Apple just fixed the worst part of using an iPhone for video with iOS 27. Hey, my name is Matt Johnson. I'm a filmmaker and photographer, and Apple just released some really juicy updates for us creative folks, and I want to talk about them today. Now, this WWDC keynote was not that long in the scale of Apple events. I think they've been like 2.5 hours long before. This was significantly shorter, not super long, over an hour, but that's okay because the main focus was two things: refinements and AI. A whole lot of AI. This really felt like Apple was saying, hey, all those promises we made 2 years ago about AI, hey, we're finally fulfilling them. Here is the new version of Siri AI, and it's actually pretty impressive. But that's not what we're really here to talk about today. We're here to talk about these refinements and specifically the video and photo updates. Why are we talking about photo and video refinements first? Because they are actually directly affecting us as filmmakers and photographers in a very big way. So, gonna get a little bit technical here, but Apple said that they have a new improved CPU scheduler for performance-intensive workflows. And you're like, what the heck is that, Matt? Well, the benefit of this CPU scheduler is that they've basically worked behind the scenes to improve a lot of the back-end speed of the system. So moments where it felt slower than it should have now been fixed. Improvements like whenever you take a photo, the photos can now appear up to 70% faster in your library. Not bad. I'll take a 70% improvement. That's huge. But what is the biggest annoyance for especially filmmakers whenever it comes to using your phone for professional video, whenever you're recording very high quality ProRes RAW videos? Getting those videos off the phone to another device. And Apple just sort of slipped this in there like, hey, by the way, we dramatically improved the speed of airdrops, transfers, and transfers to external drives. We're talking 80% faster airdrop transfers. So that's amazing if you're trying to copy 1 or 2 video clips, but let's say you have a lot to copy. You plug in your external drive and you're just waiting. Come on, copy faster, please. They say, this is Apple's claim, I cannot wait to test this with the beta. They say that you can now transfer to external drives up to 5 times faster. The text says just for iPadOS, but come on, I'm highly betting this is gonna come to iPhones too. That is a insane improvement and something that I think is gonna be extremely useful for us as filmmakers that want to use our iPhones as professional filmmaking gear, but have been so bogged down with having to copy files to and from it. Now you can copy them to an external drive that much quicker. That's amazing. Now, that is it for the speed updates, but now we need to shift our attention to AI because, of course, Apple cramming AI into everything now, just like every other tech company. But I think that Apple is going for some really useful and interesting things, and there's one feature that I've not seen anyone else really offering, especially in such an easy-to-use way, which is really cool. So first up, you're getting a new and improved image cleanup. It's just better overall using the new AI features, so you should be able to delete and remove things from your images much better than the current version, which, to be honest, kind of sucks. Y'all try it, and I'm like, ooh, that's bad. Never mind. Don't bother with it. But the new version should be significantly better. Next, you're also getting this new extend feature, which is basically you can think of as a content-aware uncrop. So if you take a photo and it's too close in and you want to uncrop it, well, you can now use the extend feature and it will use generative AI to fill in the other parts of the image. Very similar to what you can do in Photoshop, and this actually looks really intriguing and useful. But most of all, the biggest change that I think is really something that Apple is really going to excel at. Remember, anytime you take a photo or video with your iPhone, it's recording all of the spatial data as well. And this is something that can be really useful for whenever you are using the Vision Pro headset. They want you to be able to take these immersive photos and you kind of move your head around and feel like you're in the moment. Well, they have this new technology called spatial reframing they just unveiled with this new iOS 27 update. And it basically analyzes the image and then lets you literally reframe how it was shot. It turns the people in the examples into 3D models essentially, and then you can rotate the camera around. This is some crazy futuristic Minority Report vibe stuff here where they're actually able to control a 2D image and make it 3D. And so the reframing is actually pretty darn impressive. And it all comes back to what is real anymore. What is a photo? Will we ever even know? I don't think we're ever going to know anymore. But in terms of usability and you taking a photo and then realizing after the fact, I've done this so many times where I take a photo and then I'm like, this would look better if I just had it shifted a little bit to the side. Oh, you can do that now with your phone. That's crazy. Really, really wild stuff. I'm excited and scared at the same time. I feel like that's the general vibe that a lot of people are going to have. You can let me know in the comments how you feel about it. Now, as far as usage limits for a lot of these AI updates go, I was surprised to see that a lot of stuff is happening on device, which is great, saving us from having to upload things to data centers around the world. But there are certain things that do have to be uploaded to the cloud, and Apple said that there would be usage limits, which is not entirely surprising, but I was wondering, are they going to sell credits? They're going to try to do something like that? No. If you are using the free version, you're going to have a limited amount. If you have an iCloud Plus plan, you will get more access to these online models, which I think makes a lot of sense. In addition, I was also pleasantly surprised to see that this iOS update works all the way back to the iPhone 11 in terms of support, which is really impressive. And any device that supports Apple Intelligence, which is, I believe, the 15, 16, 17, those are all going to get all of these features, which is great. There is one con. I do not believe that Siri AI is going to be available in Europe. That's not completely surprising because there's a lot more regulation over there. So I think that they're going to try to figure out a way to make that work. And I'll also say I was really hoping to see some updates for the camera app. If they said, hey, check out all this new camera stuff, but I really feel like they're going to try to tie that in with hardware. And so if they do have any camera app updates or other updates, I saw that Tyler Stallman was hoping for a log preview that would be in Rec 709. So we're not just looking at flat log images, but we could have a nice color preview. We could add LUTs potentially, things like that to the regular camera app. That's not coming yet. Maybe it will come with the next iPhone update. We will see, but that is it for all of the photo and video updates that stood out to me for WWDC. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I will link to my Edit Videos Like a Pro guide down in the video description if you want help with your video editing. This guide's going to show you the biggest rules that I follow as a video editor. It's completely free for you to download. Thanks and have a great day.